how important reading is in people's lives.
Okay, I'm going to cry now already. Sorry. On first hearing of Bates' work in 1997, Dave Weber began exploring it. But his eyes... I struggled with reading all through school. I think I finally started talking about my reading difficulty probably about the age of 35. You're ashamed. You think you don't want people to think you're stupid. My mother, she went in for colon cancer. She was dying. She was on death's bed. And she turned around and said to me, "I just wish I wasn't so stupid." I was like, what? So then she said, well, I can't read. Like, she was one of the smartest people I know. But that's how it affects people. Hello, did he go there? You're welcome, dear.
Do you enjoy reading? You don't like reading? Why?
I don't know.
I think there's a lot of negativity associated with reading because it was so hard before, and I think there was a lot of chastising from environment, school, peers. It was perceived as like laziness, right? Until we understood what the issue was.
Dyslexia, it's the inability to read. When we read, we hear the sounds. So if somebody has difficulty with that for their auditory, they won't be able to distinguish the different sounds. Therefore, that and fat, or that, th, and fat, sound the same, but they're totally two different meanings. And you can't get those words out, or you can't think about what they mean because you're so busy trying to get those words out. You have no idea the anxiety that brings.
What did you think of reading before you did the program?
I'd avoid it as much as possible, really.
You really feel that your child is missing out, that he won't be able to go, for example, to college or university, because everything involves some reading.
You find every excuse in the book not to read. It's like, oh, I left my glasses at home, or, I don't feel good today, or, just anything to get out of it.
If you can't read, you really feel that you are not integrated into society as you should be.
Traditionally, you go to a tutoring center or you go to a center, and the cost is quite expensive. I think about my child, and my whole pay went to the tutoring.
Myself.
Very good. And so while tutoring is very beneficial, and I'll never, say everything helps, it's not a corrections. So we had to find something that did corrections, that gave them the opportunity to learn how to read. Okay, so put that on. When I first found out about brain training programs, and I did one, it changed my life. I was able now to read everything. It wasn't a struggle anymore. And I was like, wow, there's such things. We can fix things. I'm going to explain the program, okay? What's unique about ours is that it does target the visual, it targets the auditory, it bonds the visual and auditory. It's engaging, but it's accessible at home. By being able to do that remotely, we're able to target so many more students.
If you're working every day, life gets crazy, you can just have access to it on the internet and your laptop.
Now drag the bees from the right side to the left side.
It's easy, you go log in and then it gives you all, so you have consecutive therapy, which are the games designed to, helps your eyes to for tracking and stuff like that.
Your mind works differently as a dyslexic, and so it helps your mind to be able to, I don't know why, but to put the words and the sounds together. And somehow then it makes sense to you, and it becomes easy, it becomes part of you.
Will everybody get results? We can't guarantee that because we don't know what's the blockage in the brain. But I would say I've seen about 98% of my students who start reading successfully. Good job. That's right.
We put him in the program last year, so he was in grade 2, and now he's at par with his grade 3 level at reading, which is great, so that he's right on board with them.
Well, he's only been reading for about 8 months, and he's now above average when he was absolutely unable to read or understand or decode, really.
This program that Ingrid has developed is such a wonderful tool, and I wish it would be available widely, especially in the school systems.
Learning Solutions Works is a not-for-profit organization, and we're hoping to get enough funding that we can start offering this to people who can't afford it. Why should somebody who can afford it be the only people who could learn to read?
Being able to read has definitely boosted the confidence to do everything and anything.
If there were other kids who were struggling like you were, would you tell them about this and say, you know, you should try this program?
Yes,
Why?
because it helped me be able to read. And they need help reading.
I guess I realized this is what my life's mission was supposed to be, and so it's pretty cool. Yeah.